Hey, what's up, expats and travelers alike? I'm Josh with Expats Everywhere.
And I'm Kalie.
And this is our review preview show.
On today's show, we'll be talking about the video that's been really popular on our channel this week. And then also, of course, we'll be doing our comments and our shout outs to those of you who have been active on not just our channel, but also our Facebook and Instagram page. And then lastly, we'll review what we put up last week, and then we'll preview what we will be putting up this week.
That's right. But before we get started, if you guys would help us out by hitting the subscribe button, and if you do that, you can hit the notification bell and always stay up to date on what is happening in the world of expats everywhere. Let's get started.
This week's popular video has been a video from Stu, who's from Scotland, and he used to live in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.
That's right. We decided to bring forward a topic that we thought you guys would be interested in. Let's talk about this new tourist visa.
I think it's interesting because Josh and I used to live there, and when we lived there, this wasn't around. And a lot of things have changed in the past couple of years.
It was coming though, like you could see things were changing. There were murmurs of maybe Saudi was gonna allow tourists to visit.
Right, we had heard about it, but it hadn't been implemented yet. So now that this is a really popular video of ours, I thought it'd be really interesting to let you guys know what it's like if you want to actually go and be a tourist in Saudi Arabia, because that's available now.
That's right. Maybe so many people are interested in Saudi Arabia because now the tourism's open. If you go to the website visa.visitsaudi.com, you're going to get some really good information on how to apply for your e-visa. Most of this information was taken from the website that you guys are going to use, the visa.visitsaudi.com website. Now, about this, there are currently 55 countries that have a visa entry into Saudi, whereby you can go on their website and it's super easy for you to create a profile and get your e-visa. Now, if you do not see your country's flag on that website, you are able to contact the Saudi Arabia consulate in your country, and you should be able to get some information from those guys and then also be able to apply for your visa.
So because it's still new, we see that they're still opening countries up, so it doesn't mean that you can't go if you're not from one of those countries, so definitely look into it. But they're opening and they're constantly changing and improving the visa situation there.
That's right, and the website boasts that there are 3 easy steps. I think that's a little bit of a stretch, but let me kind of break those down for you. The 3 steps are apply, pay, and obtain. So that's apply, pay, and obtain. Okay. The application process starts out whereby you're going to say what type of passport you have, whether it's a regular passport, a diplomatic passport, or whatever. And then you're going to select the country that you're coming from, whatever your passport country is, essentially. All right, that will be page 1. Then you go over to a page 2 and you create a profile. Then you fill out an application, and then you make your payment, and then you wait. Now, the waiting process is pretty short, depending on what country you're from.
And I think everyone's wondering, well, pay, how much does this cost?
Yeah, so how much does it cost? Now, the website currently says that, or quotes you prices in Saudi Riyal, so you'll need to convert that into your home currency. You're looking at 463 Saudi Riyals and like 40 some odd cents, which equates to 124 US dollars. And that's if you're using a Visa, a MasterCard, or PayUnion. I don't even know what PayUnion, I mean, I've seen PayUnion, but I've never seen somebody use PayUnion.
Yeah.
So if you know what PayUnion is, put it in the comment section below. I ain't even trying to Google that mess. It's about $1 more to use an American Express, so you'll be paying 125 USD or about 4.5 more Saudi Riyals. The cool thing is, you don't just get the visa, but also some of that money goes to Saudi healthcare or Saudi national health insurance. So if something does happen on your trip and you do need to visit a doctor, you're covered.
That's a really nice perk. So it might seem like it's a lot, but I guess if you take into account just the actual visa and then possible health things that you might need if there's an accident or something, then that's covered. That can give you a little bit of peace of mind.
Yeah, I never needed to use the doctor in Saudi, did you?
No, I didn't. But we did have a lot of friends who did.
Yep.
And we even had a friend who had a baby in Saudi Arabia. So if you want to see that video, you can click up right here. And we have a lot of videos about Saudi Arabia because it's a really popular country. A lot of people are interested in it. Stu's is just the one right now about Riyadh that's been really popular, but you definitely check out our different videos.
Yeah, and it seems like the healthcare system there is really good, and you have a lot of expats that are working in that industry. So you're probably going to find someone that is your nationality that's going to be taking care of you. Currently on the website, it talks about the visas coming from 2 different groups of countries. Group A, it'll take about 30 minutes to process your visa, or Group B, these are the countries that don't have their flags that are listed on the website. That'll take like 1 or 2 days if you go through your country's Saudi Arabia consulate. So be aware that there is a Group A and a Group B classification of visas.
And I think you were telling me something about a visa on arrival. Is that something?
Yeah, so it started just a few months ago where Saudi Arabia started offering a visa on arrival. I believe it's for the Group A countries. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I believe it's for Group A countries. A lot of new information is coming out, and the website that I gave you guys earlier, I'll put it down here as well, has a chat bot, and you can talk to this chat bot and ask a bunch of questions. I found it to be really, really helpful putting together this for you guys, and yeah, I recommend using that.
So definitely check out that website and make sure that you're staying up to date, because if it's constantly changing and you're planning on going next year, let's say, the process could be different. So make sure that you're checking it regularly.
Yeah, that's right. And there are rumors that they're going to be offering visa-free travel for countries like the U.S., a host of European countries, China, and Japan.
Wow. Something that I was super interested in is now that they have this visa where you can go and be a tourist, what about the laws and what about things like what can I wear? Because we do know that it's a lot more conservative in this part of the world as opposed to the Western countries. So they've done a really good job on this website. They have a little tab, a little area called Public Decorum Charter, where they talk about the do's and the don'ts of what they will expect tourists when they come into the country. So if you're wondering what can I wear, what am I allowed to wear, that's this section for you. It goes through a couple different things such as laws and etiquette, dress, public behavior, religion, alcohol and substances, and types of violations. So make sure you check out that part of the website before you go, just so that you know what's expected of you as a tourist.
Yeah, and I think that the dress code is a bit vague. So I would really just stress that you dress conservatively. Whether you're male or female, just don't reveal a lot of skin. And just be mindful.
Right. Again, since it's new, err on the side of caution because it's new for the people too. So they're not maybe as used to seeing tourists, expats of course, because there are a lot there, but maybe tourism is something that's starting to build. So you just want to make sure that you err on the side of caution and you're respectful of what they would want.
Yeah, and you've probably seen it in the comment section of some of our videos. There are some people that are super conservative, some people that are liberal, some people that are in the middle. And that's pretty much like anywhere else in the world. So it just manifests itself a little differently in Saudi Arabia. I do want to say one fun fact that I found really interesting on the website. And that is, actually it wasn't even on the website, it was a separate article, is that women that are traveling alone are allowed to book a hotel room. And that men and women that are foreigners traveling do not need to show proof of relationship. So you don't have to produce like a marriage certificate. Whereas when we were traveling, there were some hotels at least that would require you to produce this. So now for foreigners, you do not need to. The locals still must do that. Although local women and foreign women can now book a hotel room, assuming they show proof of identification. They may book a hotel room and stay alone. So that's pretty cool.
Let's go ahead and move on to our comments and our shout outs. We like to do this segment on the show just to let you guys know that we're reading what you're putting out there, and we try to comment as well when we see that you have said something. So the first thing we want to talk about is our last review preview show. We did a segment about Turkey, and we found a survey of different countries, the top 10 countries that are best for expats. So we put that out on the video, and then we also put it on Facebook and Instagram, and we told you to comment. So we said that we would shout out to the best one, and the best one is from Christine Park. Thanks, Christine. She said that she would live in Spain.
Yep, Spain's an awesome place. We used to live there, love it, would go back. Absolutely.
Yeah. She commented on the siestas. Who wouldn't like those siestas?
Ian Dixon, thanks for your comment on our Sydney video. You are absolutely right. It is probably much more financially advantageous to be outside of Sydney, but you also need a job. So if your job's in Sydney and you don't mind the commute, maybe living further out would be a really good solution for housing. If you work digitally, then yeah, live outside of Sydney because you're going to find much better value for money out there. So thank you for that comment.
I think you say that about a lot of big cities, right? Sydney's a huge city, so of course the cost of living is going to be higher. If you get a little bit outside of that, then your wages will go further. Yeah,
I mean, the comforts of a big city, or the amenities of a big city, I shouldn't really say comforts. The amenities of a big city are really what you pay for, aren't they? That really drives up the housing prices.
We also had 2 comments on one of our Saudi Arabia videos, not Stu's, but actually another one from a female named Jen.
T. Regis, thank you for your comment on that video and talking about how you lose autonomy, and there's this struggle that you'll have between the freedoms that you knew in your home country and then now how life is different. So we appreciate that feedback.
And then also Michael Smith, thanks for, you said that there was good insight to the video. You're getting ready to relocate to Saudi Arabia, so we're happy that our videos can give you information to prepare you for your move. Lastly, there was a comment on one of our Turkey videos, Atomic Ant, who's not interested in actually visiting or going to Istanbul, but gave a couple other cities that they would like to go to. So that's awesome. We'd love to hear how you like those different cities.
Thank you guys for commenting. Please continue to do so and check back to make sure that your comments are given a shout out. We appreciate it.
Don't forget you can comment on our YouTube channel, but also you can comment on Facebook and Instagram as well, and we'll show you on here.
All right, as far as our previous video did feature me and my investor buddy James. James and I are starting a show called the Expat Investor, where we take beginner and intermediate investors kind of through our investments. What we do, it's not a video or a video series on recommendations, but it's really just documenting what we've done, and then if you guys can glean something from it, please do. And if you have any comments, leave them so that we can discuss different investments that we've gotten into. It's not legal or financial advice, but it's more about telling you what your options are.
And moving ahead, this Sunday we're going to post a video of someone who used to live in Kurdish Iraq.
It was very hard work, but I really enjoyed the culture, the people, the atmosphere of the place, and it was a highlight, I think, of my life. Yeah.
And back by popular demand,
Pincho.
Here's our little Yorkie who we like to travel with, and as you can see, we're actually traveling right now, so he's with us and being a very good dog.
Well, he wasn't earlier. We had to stick him in the case so he wouldn't bark and move around and disturb things, but he's being good now, aren't you, bud? All right, that's it for the review preview show. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. We have a community tab actually where we put out the poll question. So go check out the community tab. It's where we put out poll questions. We ask you guys what videos you want to see next. We look at this thing. We look at it, we make decisions based on it because we want to get information out there to you guys. So if you want us to do a video, just tell us. Let us know on that community tab and we'll get it done for you, or at least try.
Yeah, we definitely want to know what you think, so make sure you go there.
All right, we'll check back in next week and we hope you enjoy our video that drops on Sunday. Take care.
Bye.